what's up with it. Shout out to everybody, man, who's following me, or looking at this joint or watching this joint, man, getting updated on their game, getting their game right, getting their game tight. I definitely appreciate any and everybody for watching this. Thank you. If you're watching this joint on Facebook, please share it. If you're watching it on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, man. World War Polo, hit that subscribe button. If you watching this joint IGTV, I definitely appreciate the support. And turn your notifications on, man. Alright, what we gonna talk about briefly is trapping, right? I guess. If y'all would like me to, send me some topics. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody who is sending me topics, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I don't know what to talk about. I'm just giving my opinion, whatever. Right? Trapping. Right? Trapping. People who more or less are forced to trap, and people versus people who trap per se for clout. Right? Alright. I'm not going to be able to touch bases and say which one is more correct, right or wrong, because everybody life is their life, and how you choose to live it is on you, right? I can't, man. It's real common sense, kind of, sort of, to me, that if you're forced to do it, then that would be the person that has more of the rights to that argument, more or less, right? And the level of however you force is kind of dictated and determined by the pressure that you brought up and like the situation that you put in, more or less. Everybody's situation different, so that's a tough one. But what I can say, right, as far as the game, right, if you want to reach a level of some kind of level of success, right, with the game, with playing the game, right, you gotta know that the game's set up that it's like a carnival. If you play long enough, you're gonna lose everything. You see what I'm saying? You might be on you might get a side bet in now and then, but you cannot be the dude with, shooting the dice. You're gonna eventually crap out, and it's gonna want everything plus some, right? But we all kind of know that. What you gotta do coming into the game, though, was more important, and it might even keep you out the game. That's the only reason I'm kind of touching up on this, right? Is you gotta have what I was a tunnel vision. You gotta have presence of mind. I gave a little joint on presence of mind. Go look at that joint, right? It'll get you hip to what I'm trying to say now, right? Presence of mind. You gotta have presence of mind. You gotta have a way out. Like, you never walk in the building without checking for the exits. You gotta have a way out. So going into it, it has to be like, well, I'm doing it for this reason, and we can't keep using the reason our stomach, because they don't, having food in our stomach is not enough to throw our life away if we lose in this game, right? Alright, we gotta recognize that the game is more or less like jumper cables, right? Alright, nothing don't move if the money don't move. So that car that's moving, that's like the money. And for whatever reason that is stopped, you feel I'm trying to say, you got to get to your destination. If you try to get to your destination on the side of the road, now and then you might need a jump start. That's more or less what it's about. It's a jump start, more or less, to getting you or pushing you in a direction which you was already trying to go. Not like creating your life shouldn't be the jumper cable. You know what I mean? Your life shouldn't be dependent on AAA. You see what I'm saying? You can't be sitting there, you know what I'm saying, and you get stuck with the jumper cable, and until something else finally malfunction and break down, then now it's bigger than just needing a jump, right? You gotta pay attention to the fact that it's a get in, get out game. And see, games are made for people to win and people to lose. So there are people who win, but they come in the game knowing that they trying to win. They don't in the middle of it sometimes. I guess in the middle of it, you could try to figure out, oh, I'm trying to win, but you have a destination. Like, and even if you don't have a particular agenda or goal, you know within your heart and in your action that this is not something I'm trying to do forever. Like, you're not gonna be young forever. Them young boys will run you right off the block. I'm telling you. Like, so you gotta recognize that everything is going in, and how it ends dictates the new beginning of how your next step in life be. So the people who are more prepared to win in life, period, are the people who are they stay around the curve. They stay in front of the curve. Like, you gotta know, like, if God allowed me to survive this, then what's my next level? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think a lot of the rap artists, they got it correct how they take the money and they push it in a direction where they could use it to push it, to slingshot them in a new direction. And that's more for an example what the game is set up for. It ain't set up to be sitting around 50 years old still selling, be on, that's not what it's set up for. It's not set up. It's a young man's sport, meaning at the end of being young, you no longer have a position in this game. Like, the laws and everything set up for after you not young no more, they gonna dust your crop. You feel what I'm saying? And that's just what it is, right? So it's about, if you going to do it, definitely getting in and getting out, and more about getting out, meaning not even being involved with it if you could, than getting in. So if you're doing it for clout, if you're doing it for that, then I hope clout is a way of some kind of way that you're going to be able to use to slingshot yourself into the direction which you're trying to be, outside of just having a name. Because the credibility in the streets is not the way it used to be. You see what I'm saying? It's just different now. So, like, you get in the game, and this is what you choosing to do. Like, instead of, taking a drug, getting high off another drug, taking that money, using that money to get high off another drug, right? You should be saving your money. You should be putting your money up. You should be looking to invest it in things that you know what I mean? And I ain't saying like taking illegal money, making legal. Everything I'm saying is legal. So I'm saying, like, if you decide you want to sell a rack of t-shirts, that's your hustle. That's your, you feel what I'm saying? Trap it out. But take that t-shirt shop, right? The t-shirts, and eventually try to get a store. Like, to always be, ready to take things to the next level. That's how it work, right? Well, that's all I really got to talk on that, because I ain't trying to, like, have something video, wearing me out later on in life. But yeah, if y'all got something y'all want me to rap about, I try to rap about it. You feel what I'm saying? Because I think this is what the streets is missing, man. Follow me on YouTube, OG Polo Bear. It's a World War Polo Entertainment. It's a World War Polo Entertainment thing, man. We building. We building. You know what I mean? We out here.